Nope. No. Y'all, so here go my setup. I don't know what y'all think about it, but I like it. And I got so much stuff that I'm going to fill my stuff with and do some of my black and white figurines. And I'm going to put them over there. So, thank you to my man. He just loves me. And I love him. And his wallet. Thank you to my man. Y'all, I got so much stuff. I did not go buy nothing else. I just pulled some stuff, moved some stuff around. I got most stuff that I'm going to move and shift. Like I'm going to put my singing black people in my display case. I'm going to put them right here over there. I'm going to put them in my stand-up part. And, yeah. So this is how it is. Y'all come on in here. It's Sunday, and y'all know I don't really go live on Sunday. I just wanted y'all to see it because I know the picture I put up. Y'all, I didn't know how to turn the light switch on, so I just snapped it. And so it actually it's a great combination for what's behind me. I'm gonna flip my camera. So behind me, see, it's a perfect combination for what's behind me. Not my man, but the kitchen. They complement each other. So one side you got black and white, and the other side you got black and white. Yep. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for being in the store with me. I'm still trying to get over my sickness. And I'm still trying to fight this stuff in my throat. Feel like something is lodged in my throat and don't want to come up out of it. And I got so much black figurines. So I'm going to take some figurines from my display and I'm going to put them over in here. But I got to wipe the inside of these shelves off and stuff. I'm going to wipe the inside off, okay? So, and don't say that because I got one earring on and one earring off. So wait. Y'all don't love me like y'all used to. Wait. Listen, I just want y'all to see my little setup. I'm going to do, I don't know, right now I'm going to do stay vacations up in probably to the end of the year. But then again, I don't know. I don't know what the summer may bring, but I am content at home. I got to finish getting my house together. I never really got to decorate yet and get in my zone because I wasn't feeling like it and feeling good. I got to get some things shifted. I got to get rid of all this old furniture that I got in storage. And ain't no use in paying storage for something that you've already done with. You know, I'm done with that humongous burgundy sectional, even though it was my favorite. I don't like this sectional, but you got to give and take. This is for my husband. I can sit in the sunroom, but I just like a couch that you just lay on, the big couch, my big comfy couch, and maybe the Lord don't want me to give it away. You know, maybe I might end up giving the brown set out there away, putting this out in the sunroom and bringing my burgundy back up. I don't know. Oh, Deacon Calvin, I'm not going to fly nowhere. Right now, I can't come nowhere. See, until I can get my anxiety down, I'm not flying. After all these things keep happening with these planes, all these things keep going on, I'm scared. I'm scared of the trains and the planes and until all these mechanical things and mishaps. Let's just see. We just in the second month. I'm not gonna say I won't, cause I do want to come spend time with Kimberly. I really enjoy your mom and Daryl, and I didn't get to spend enough with them. But I know it's drivable, but it's really too much going on. Like I gotta go. You know, I got some of my people on here that it's something I want to do. I really want to go see them, but you know. If my back can hold up, then I have to drive it. I'm just afraid right now. And don't nobody judge me because you don't know everybody's story. I've not been a vivid traveler in life. And I have been places. Yes, I have flown. And it took a minute after 9/11 for me to get back on a plane. Now, when I was young, I didn't care. I flew to Texas. I flew here. I flew to California. But that was all before Detroit, and that was dealing, and I started back flying again. And it's just, you just have to, I know you can go. Don't get me wrong. I know you can go in a car. Even though he said, "Low, am I with you?" I just said, but I do know you can go if it's your time. But it's just a matter of he fired those that's not the point. That's not that. Those one set of aviators, that was just in one airport, okay? But there have been other mishaps since that. Like, did y'all not just see where they just said it was one in Philadelphia? And then there was another little situation that happens. Deacon Calvin stay up on it. So just firing one set of people. But shout out, because a lot of y'all Donald Trump people think I ain't going to give him no shout out. Shout out to Donald Trump for signing Black History. Even though he took it away, he gave it back. But that's not the point. I don't know how can nobody else see that, but maybe that's just me. But shout out to taking it away and giving it back the next month. Yep. And can I have my phone holder? Let me turn this around before y'all get mad at me. And I'm going to do my Black History moment. Because, honey, why y'all didn't tell me yesterday was February 1st? I thought today was. Honey, that's why I didn't make no big deal. Honey, I did not make no big deal. But I always have a Black History Month in my mind. So let me turn you around. Let me see my thing before the people get mad and be leaving, have to go. They be telling you how to creep out your party. When it's time to give you a birthday gift, they be like, I got to leave early. Yeah, he signed off on it. Are you serious? No shot to Trump at all. Yeah, he did sign off on it. He signed those tariffs too. Yeah, he did. I'm not traveling. I'm not focusing on, I know what I know, and I know how I feel. And I'm entitled to, and you entitled to how you feel. And we can agree to disagree, and we don't even have to discuss it. But I am going to do my Black History moments. And if that make you uncomfortable, I don't really know how to help you, because I'm not going to suppress and oppress who I am in the moments of history. And there are some great moments as well. They're not all targeted toward, defaming somebody and things like that. The one I normally use is fine. And I got to look out there and find I got my pictures and stuff with Kev. The stuff we took off the mantle, I got to get that together. See, just like right now, I went and bought this. And of course, we talked off a line, and they know that I sold furniture. And they gave me a little deal. And my thing about it is they white. So I don't care. That's not the whole point of it, is it? So that's the whole point we're trying to make. It's not that. It's we the people. So I just told y'all, if we the people can understand that, leave their history alone and let them leave ours alone. That's how I see it. Okay? Hey, Mother Eva Yates. Mother Eva Yates, my man. Thank you to my man. See, it works. Because see, back there, that works. Right? I got all that in white and chocolate like island and thing, and then you turn around, and then I got that facing that way, and then they all flow together. What did you say? Let's get him to sign and make the 1965 Civil Rights Act a law instead of still being an act after 60 years. You know what? Today is Sunday. We don't want to talk about him. This is the Lord's Day. And I agree with you, Dr. Lisa. I've been saying it. I've been saying that about voters' rights. But today I want to talk to y'all a little bit. I'm going to get Black History moment out the way real quick fast, because like I say, my numbers are dropping, because I'm not going to stop now. I want y'all to understand, Melanie Crawford, my sister, I'm not compromising. I respect people where they are, and I'm going to talk about Black history. And I'm actually, y'all, I was on a podcast on TikTok today. I'm not telling y'all, but I was on a podcast and I delivered, right? I delivered. I already done got my conversation out. I got my stuff out, without bringing it over him, right? Because so many people here are sensitive, and I won't hear their names or see them because it's an uncomfortable situation. And some people got voters remorse, right? They really do, but it's too soon in the game, but they really do. And some people, you'll never hear that they got voters remorse. You'll never know it, because that's just who they are. But I was on a podcast. I was on 2 of them. They brought me up. And they following me. And I'm getting more and more followers. And I'm doing it my way. I'm not asking nobody. I feel like so many people reach out and say, will you help me grow my page? Help me do this, help me do that. Will you support me? Maybe you build it. No, do it yourself. Do it yourself. All you gotta do is take time. But so I what did you say? I can't read. I don't understand how people think that they can know American history without knowing Black history. By the way, your man, Tasha Ferguson. But it's kind of like we also got to stop blaming people for what their forefathers did. It's like I can't blame you if your granddaddy went out there and did a massacre. You didn't do it. I can't keep blaming you. They're kind of like the Hatfields and the McCoys. Y'all remember that story with the Hatfields and the McCoys? And then one of the Hatfields, I think it was one of the Hatfields' sons fell in love with one of the McCoy daughters, or vice versa. And they wanted to get married. And this little thing had been going on forever and ever and ever and ever, right? And so now it's 2 of these kids that come together and want to marry. And y'all got to tell me what y'all think, because I'm going to start shifting some stuff around. But anyway, they wanted to get married, and but the family was still upset. And what was they upset over? Half of them couldn't remember. And another thing is they were fighting and arguing over stuff. Like for instance, I love to watch Off the Grid with Alaska, and right now I'm watching Mountain Men. It's an old series, but it's still good. And I was looking at how one of them had to ride his horses into town because they were trying to charge him a large amount on taxes, and they were going to sell him, and all he knows is mountain life. But he could not. It was crazy. Those horses was nervous, and he was nervous, right? But they live off the grid, so the only way he could get to the main road was ride the horses, and the only way that one man can get back and forth to his property is by airplane. But nevertheless, that's their peace. And so one of his friends lent him the $45,000 to pay his taxes. The point I'm trying to make is that we have to understand American history, and it's still a part of Black history as well. And when we start messing with the Confederate statues and stuff, we were messing with their part of history. Whether we liked it or not, we were. And the next thing is that we got to quit trying to fix stuff so much to where we mess it up. Same way with I say it all the time. Same way with that lady that Angie Mama, And so, did you see the furniture? Yes, ma'am. I can't see good today, y'all, and I'm gonna turn it up. I know why. It's because I have medicine in me. And so there it is. And so, yeah, but I'm not forcing nobody to accept Black history. It's he. I wonder what the new movie he was working on. Tyler Perry is coming out with a movie, Ruth and Boaz, called R&B. I thought about you teaching about the baby, Latika Harris Jackson. Thank you, because I knew that he was making a new movie, and I also know that we're gonna have Beauty in Black will be out March the 6th, Beauty in Black, March the 6th, part 2. You'll get a new season of that too. Yeah. So I do know we're going to get a new Beauty in Black. Y'all, my haircut is cute. I washed it. I washed my hair last night. Thank you, Miss Brenda. I washed my hair last night. And and I lined up my hairline in the front, because he do the sides, but I do my front because I like my hairline to round off. So I always do my straight razor. So I straight razored it. Don't it look better? It don't look so boxed now, do it? And it's got to get some moisture in it. But I washed it. I'm sorry, y'all. I left my glasses. And I got one earring in because I was watching documentaries. But I'm not trying to make nobody uncomfortable. I just think that Black history is 365. And that's all. And I'm going to talk that. And when I'm going to get back in the kitchen and cook, I've been under the weather and I'm healing on bed rest. Babe, can you go give me a pair of glasses, please? I just can't see. I love you so much. And you can get I can take the earring off. This ain't no big deal. Rosemary, me and Rosemary talked on the phone last night. Marissa Smith, I love you. And I want y'all to understand, y'all got to understand, we got some amazing, amazing white people that helped us in Black history. So remember that. Because I want y'all to understand, even though we had to win the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln stood up for us, y'all. There was a lot of people that wasn't for that bull. Lyndon B. Johnson and JFK and Robert Kennedy. Come on now. All those people that helped the Underground Railroad. Come on now. We don't have to make them be uncomfortable. But it is some uncomfortable parts. Let me tell you how God worked. So yesterday, I was watching Roots. I didn't look it up. It came on TV. It came on TV. Why? Because it was Black History Month. But there was one part that stood out to me that I did not see earlier. Maybe I did, and then I didn't know what it meant because when Roots came out, I was 9. So I think it went over my head. But there was a part, and that's what I'm going to talk to you today about. I'm going to talk to you about, it is a book on my bed with a black woman on it. Breeding plantations. And that was one scene on the episode of Roots when Kunta Kinte had became a man and he was still in love with Fanta. He had ran away. They chopped his foot off, but he had married that dark-skinned lady. And it was a guy on the plantation, an old man that had a young girl, and they said that the woman wasn't, they didn't have, you don't have that book with you, that they didn't have her. She wasn't good enough but for breeding, right? And so I didn't see that part. So they made James go in that building and the man was hanging around. So the slave owner asked the man, what you hanging around here for? And he said, she in there breeding. She did not send requests. Huh? No, I ain't sent no request for nobody. Hey, someone name is asking a friend's request. No, don't accept it. Don't accept no friend's request. And so today I want to talk to y'all quick. I don't know if y'all learned this because we didn't learn it in Black history. A lot of stuff I'm gonna cover is things that you did know and things that you may have not known. So basically, when a slave wasn't needed in the house and was too light to be in the field, they used them to breed. Breeding plantations. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Not calling us a dog, but don't ever buy no dog from no breeding pet farm. Them dogs ain't no good. I had a Maltese, a little white Maltese, and I got her from a pet farm. I bought her through what's that pet store, the big pet store? They ain't no good. Baby, she ended up having a seizure. She was walking around my baseboards. I took her to the doctor and she was blind. Well, it was that Black people count too, though. It is a group effort. There are people from several cultures making up North America. Thanks, Mama Tracey. Oh, I didn't say Black people didn't count. No, I didn't. It's Black history. But so anyway, that's not what I meant when I said you can't mess with history. History is what I'm trying to say. We don't like it. We don't want to hear about the Confederate Wars and stuff because we know what happened here. We know what Sherman did here and destroyed Kingston. Pet meals, puppy meals. Thank you for Franzella. Puppy meals. I was just saying that it's all a part of history, and that's uncomfortable for us. So sometimes our history is uncomfortable for them. Sometimes I get ahead of myself, but that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's get back to it. I ain't gonna buy no more puppies from there. So basically, I took it back. They gave me some of my money, but they had to put the puppy to sleep. They would not let me take care of the puppy because they had to give me back my $900 minus the tax and stuff. And so, I buy mine from breeders that breed, that's who I buy it from. I do not look at color of any skin. I look at the heart. I look at both. It doesn't bother me. People are people, and you're fearfully and you are wonderfully made. I don't have a problem with the color of your skin. I don't have a problem. I just don't. I feel like when we get together on one accord, we're gonna be powerful. I think we are Americans, and when Americans got to go to war and you fight against another country, you are an American. You don't want nobody to bomb your country. You're not caring what color nobody is. I don't want nobody to come over here and mess up the quality of living. See, a lot of people are mad at America. They don't like us. And I tried to tell y'all this when I told y'all not to buy from Shein and Temu. I told y'all that. I told y'all that 3 years ago. And I have not bought from them. And I told y'all that because in the end, we are Americans. This is all you know. But let me quickly do this Black History moment. Who need to see my furniture again? Let me turn it around. And can you get that to work? The stopper things. That come from one of my wholesale places. And it's all right. I might put it up under that picture. I don't know, baby. I'm going to hang that other picture right there. So. Yeah, it's all right. We the people. We are the people. We the people. That's what it means. We the people. And if you love the quality of life that we have, we going to have to come together. We are going to. So, y'all want me to get my Black History moment out the way, or y'all going to keep on talking about stuff? Y'all know I get throwed. Y'all can call me throwed back, throwed off. Just call me throwed back and throwed off. I had a furniture business. And I was giving the man some pointers, and I also told them some places to go get furniture wholesale. I cannot do it wholesale. I also told them the name of my furniture business. I muted it because people are nosy. They recognize that they knew and they know who I am, right? So they gave me a nice discount. They brought it last night, and I set up with what I got. So I got so much furniture and so much wholesale stuff, and I got so much stuff. So yeah. What you say? Yes, I look at both. You don't treat the person right. No, you don't. Let me tell you something. If a baby was white or whatever color and they need to come live with me, if they let me take them in, I would. And I would love that baby. And that baby would grow up. And that baby wouldn't know what color it was unless you pointed it out. All it would know is the color of love. And yeah, I got a good husband. That's not lying. Me and my husband got a story, baby. Me and my husband, we've been flirting with each other before he was mine and I was his. And my mama kind of spoke it into my life. She said, the boy that pick at you the most in school, the one you can't stand is the one you gonna marry. I said, well, I love Eddie Mitchell. I said that so clear. Because all Eddie did was pick at me. He used to tell me like it. I said, Eddie, pass the salt and pepper. He said, if you let me squeeze your Shermans. Eddie was nasty. And I like that. But can't nobody do nothing else with me. He the only one can. I couldn't even keep. No, man, I was plumb crazy. I be done whooped one and ran one out. I don't care. It does not matter what color you are. I'm not focusing on that. I want to tell y'all a good story, but y'all won't let me. So happy Black History Month, even though we're gonna do it every day, as many days as we can. God got a sense of humor. He do, because Donald Trump was supposed to be doing away with Black History Month, and he signed it. But anyway, I tried to send you a friend's request. No, don't send me no friend's request. Because why are you going to send me a friend's request and we ain't friends? You ain't even sent me no stars. I got some very good friends, and I don't say white friends. To me, no. I got good friends. The color of the skin don't matter. My husband married one of my good friends, and she white, and we married him on New Year's Day. I got some good friends. I'm gonna put it like that. I don't care what color they are. My husband said that same thing. My mama picked my husband. My mama did pick my husband, and my mama loved Eddie. I think she loved him more than me. Okay, let's get this scammer out of here. Deacon Calvin must be cooking. You got to go, baby. You trying to befriend everybody. I thought you was after me. I thought you was trying to make my husband jealous, but you got to go. Hey, Stephen Flowers. Yeah, he ain't sent me no. I thought he was trying to get Eddie jealous and something. Y'all don't want to hear my moment in Black History, so I ain't no use to me telling it. My sister said she couldn't stand my brother-in-law in school. I'm telling you, me and Eddie couldn't, because he, hey, Bridget, I wash my hair. Yeah, I don't have no Italian friends. I ain't never had none. I don't know about all that. But, ain't never been around many. Well, we live, we don't have that many. I don't know, but nobody. It's some places. Like it ain't a lot of people around here that's like from the Netherlands or Europe, and I mean, who wanna live where I live? How did I get stuck here? I don't know. Okay, that's my baby spoke, Jean P. Conley. Hey, Mother Monica Burney. Mother Monica, I like your little profile picture, boom, boom. Culpepper. I went to school with some Culpeppers now. Y'all want to hear this story or not? Will you let her do the Black History Month? Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Well, you have to counsel me. I got to get them to oh, God, I got a good one to tell y'all about something that happened in Louisiana. And maybe y'all can tell me if it's true or not, but it is true. Okay, so here go. Jean said I'm going to have to stop talking. I enjoy your cooking, man. Thank you. I'm going to be back cooking. I am going to cook us something. I'm going to go look in the deep freezer and see what I can pull out meat-wise. Hey, Mother Ruby Cross, I love you. I don't care what Mother Ruby Cross voted. That don't mean nothing to me. I'm just talking about Black History every month. I sent a little something. You send me some. Y'all can shoot me up. Them stars, beam me up, Scotty. I want to just tell my Black History moment. My aunt is a foster mother, and she had adopted all of her children. She has black children, white children, Asian children. She don't see color. You shouldn't see it. Why? We are fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm going to tell you something. If Tina Paul go and get tested, her sister may not match her. She can't get bone marrow, but she could come and test me, and she could have my bone marrow. All right. So let me tell you a quick story, because I love animals too. Like I do. I love dogs, and I'm not fond of cats. And my daughter is a cat mom, and she's working that cat up on my husband, but I'm not a cat lover. But anyway, so the long and the short of it is, back in the day when I was watching, I peeped this, and I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but I was looking at Roots, and so the girl, she was too light to work in the fields, and she wasn't needed in the house, so they said they decided to let her breed because her husband was old. And so they breeded her, and James Evans, who was playing the older Kunta Kinte, had to go in. Thank you, Mother Linda Richards. You didn't have to do it, but you did. Give me some star. And so she began to breed. And I got to go find out if she was Kizzy's mom, because James' wife was up in age. So James' wife got jealous because the lady, the breeding lady, he had to go lay with her, and her husband was hanging around, and the man saw that the husband was hanging around, and he was like, "What you doing hanging outside of the door?" And he said, "I'm waiting on her to get through. She breeding." And he knew he was a little jealous, but when she got through, she came out. So I did a little research on breeding. I want to know a little bit more research about breeding. And so I found out in 1807 and 1808, it was brought upon because of the abolishment, of slavery, but I don't have my book for the details. And then it was put into law because what happened was on the trips from Africa and different places around the world, because the ships landed everywhere. You had Spanish slave ships. They would lose a lot of slaves. The slaves didn't make the trip. They would die. And so to compensate losing slaves, they created breeding plantations. You're going to find out a lot of the biggest breeding plantations, y'all going to be surprised, but they were all around the world. But breeding began and had some of the biggest plantations was in Kentucky, Maryland, and Virginia. Did y'all know that? Yes. And so basically they would take a bag or a bag or a hoodie or something, and they would put it over the slave's head. And when he walked into the breeding place, she didn't know who she was sleeping with. And then that slave man did not know who he had gotten impregnated, so that there would not be, it was kind of like surrogacy, so to speak, today. You don't get none of the information. Some situations with surrogacy, if they tell you they're going to pay you $50,000, but you're not going to know whose child, they're going to take care of your medical bills. When you have the baby, then the baby is given to the person. You cannot disclose. And in some situations, when you do know who you carrying for, if you don't go through an agency, you cannot disclose that. You cannot tell that you was carrying Jay-Z's baby. You can't say that. You can't say, just like when with Candace on it ain't loaded, is it?
Yeah, this ain't a little pit though.
Okay.
I mean, I can lock it. It ain't a little pit.
Oh, okay, as long as you can lock it. My husband got so look what he doing. Let me show you. Show him what you putting in there, baby. Don't come over here playing. Hold it up. And what you finna do with it? Well, it's all right. People know how life is now. And so that's how it was. So to keep you from feeling connected, like that's your baby or anything, the man did not know who he had gotten pregnant. He just know he went in a breeding house and the lady's head was covered up. And so he didn't know they had to do it. They had to do it with bags over their head. And she would proceed to have a baby, and the baby would just be a community baby, and the baby would be red. And so, the baby would be raised, and they would basically try to regroup and breed big. Like my husband would be a breeding man. My husband would be one that they would want. He like James Evans. He have muscles, he's big, he tall, he's strong, and they would want him. Like they would take him from me and move him somewhere else. He would be like, they would really want to breed him. I ain't no use for me being jealous. You didn't see it? Oh, you want to see it, Stacey? So there were certain places he's putting some stuff up in the side, and you lock it. So sometimes mothers and sons made it. I did not read that, Kiana, but I'm not surprised. But now the reason why I said I didn't read it is because if that did happen, after Noah and they replenished the earth, by the word of God, you was not supposed to do that. And then they stopped that, just the same way you can have a lot of wives and things like that. So I didn't know. I wasn't aware that that the mother and the sons and stuff, but I'm not surprised because I have to look and see when because when you breeding dogs, and I'm not calling us a dog again, but when you breed animals, you don't breed. You can have a boy dog and everything, but you don't let them sleep together. They said it make them go wild, and they won't sleep together. Like you can't get animals that come from the same litter. They got enough sense. They won't mate. You can put them in there all you want to. They can go in heat, but they won't sleep with each other. Thank you, Stacey, baby. Stacey Evans, baby, with the swoop around. And so I don't really know. I don't really know that part.
He said when you open the thing, you hear that glass.
Mm-hmm.
He said he put beads of clear cough, and that stopped. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I do know that we were just like cattle, and we were branded, and we bred, and they thought that we were animals, like something. Like an animal, like a highly intelligent animal, and they restricted us from reading and learning, and we caught up. And if we can catch up, and when they freed us, they said that we needed to pull. When they freed us and we didn't have no land and nowhere to go, they said, well, if you want to be free, pull yourself up by the bootstrings. So we could pull ourselves up by our bootstrings over 200 and something years ago. Why we can't do it now? And we can. We can do anything if we try. But we have to believe and rely on what we have inside. I think so much about so many things I could talk about. I'm very selective on some things. But there are some things I come to realize that they will be uncomfortable talks. But to get stronger, you're supposed to have uncomfortable talks. Same way you do in your relationships. You need to ask questions like I need to ask questions. I would love to sit down with white people or European or Netherlands people and ask them some questions. Because some people saying they going here and there and they don't want us there. Then they need to come sit down and be able to ask us some hard questions. And then maybe together we can write history and tell the truth, all right, based on what we know and the facts and the finds. And we got to understand all of us didn't come from Africa, right? We do know that. We when the Tower of Babylon, remember? All the I'm gonna put that Nellie Mae stuff over there. That black and white piano set playing thing. I'm gonna take all that out and put it in one of my glass case. You think about it, when we have my energy was off and I'm still fighting this stuff. And my husband's still taking care of me. And when I get off of him, I'm still sick. And whatever it is, it's got to wear off. And whatever it is, it's just a bunch of mucus. It's a bunch of stuff. You feel lightheaded. Yesterday, I did go get a haircut. I didn't do much, but I started feeling a pinch in my back and I got scared. Back then, we didn't have... Wait a minute. Back then, we didn't have bootstrings to pull ourselves up with. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Some slaves had shoes. Not all slaves, but some slaves had shoes. Now, they not talking about boots that you calling boots. But basically, back in the day, shoes were basically boots, or a thick-heeled shoe that lasts you all year long, winter, spring, summer. So some of them did, depending on your position. Just like you had some people that when they got free and they had land, black people owned slaves. So technically, now this is one thing that throws me. I can't understand how people saying they seen pictures of Jesus, because I know Kodak wasn't out in Jesus' day. I'm trying to understand. I understand that you have that people, carved and they carved into the stones and different things like that and created. But a photo that kind of just throws me. Like, I just really don't believe that, because there's just no way the pictures that some people are projecting that's who he is, that there's just no way. Black history is very important to us. Culturally, we even created food for the purpose of celebration, because after a hard week's work, yes, it's boots are metaphorically speaking, Priscilla, but you brought the physical boot into question. We didn't. You did. All right. And we understand what they simply mean. And what they saying is you don't have nothing. And this, you came here with nothing and you don't have nothing, and figure out what you're going to do. And that's why a lot of people return back to the plantation. But you talked about a physical boot. I never brought a physical boot up. That's just what they said. We all didn't get the 40 acres and a mule. And so symbolically and metaphorically speaking, right? Because we use that in English, don't we? We describe things symbolically and metaphorically. All right. So, you said we didn't have boots. You said the physical attribute of it. I didn't. And you can hit replay because I didn't get stuck on boots. And see, that's one thing we have to quit doing in order to grow. We get a play on words and we go crazy with it. We get a play on words. Just like the other day, the lady said, when I said Holy Ghost, she said, the Holy Ghost ain't a ghost. It's a spirit. But a spirit is a ghost. And Jesus said it. He said, if I don't lead, a comforter can't come. And they call it the Holy Ghost. And so it said in the upper room, the Holy Ghost fell. But then you want to change it. And that's a play on words. It's really mean the same thing. Understand the meaning of it. You got to understand the meaning of something. It's not like we got to keep doing this. All right? It really is like you losing the whole purpose and the whole focus. Why would that matter? Why would it matter? If they were physical boots or metaphorically or symbolically speaking, it wouldn't. And so, right. So I don't get it. Like, really, I don't get it. And it's like some people would take one word, like they so demure. Oh, you're narcissistic. Oh, they just get words. Oh, a profile of things. And we just drive it into the ground. Why? You don't love me like you love me, so wait. So for the sake of argument, some people did have boots and some people didn't. It's still the same thing that we had nothing to build our lives other than to go back because that's the only place, and be willingly, freely admitting that we wanted to be slaves because we had nowhere to go. We had nothing. Like Whitney Houston said, I have nothing. But look how far we come with the Lord. Now focus on that. We come through hard trials, tribulations, and persecution. But at the same time, just like Dr. Lisa said, why has that not been put into law, and quit having to sign off on civil rights? Quit having to sign off for us to vote. Why do we need a lot of things? Well, we needed them and they were put in place because we were not equal. God created everybody equal. We're just not equal. Jamette, did you get the pictures that I sent you last night? Let me show you, Jamette. Because you don't answer your phone. You worse than me. I thought I was bad. There it is, Jamette. Jamette, I sent you some pictures. I sent a picture last night before I came on today. Because I wanted you to see it first. Hold on, let me get rid of this scammer. You can block these people and they keep coming back. It was all they knew. What you think about that, Bridget? There it is, Jamette. Jamette, I sent pictures. I don't know if I'm sending it to brother-in-law's phone. I don't know, but I sent a picture last night to you. See? You said you want me to zoom in on it, sister? Let me zoom in on it. Look at that, sister. It's going to take it for us to make it again. That's all I was saying. And I got some stuff I'm going to take out of my display case over here. And I'm going to put it because it's black and white. You see my singers? I'm going to take them out of this display case and put them over there inside that case. And I'm going to do some shifting around. Because I got so many black art figurines you can't get no more. So I just want you to understand that's how we were. We were considered breeders, all right? And we bred. And we bred. And don't get me wrong, because the Bible say be fruitful and multiply. But we do know that a lot of people just was not operating under the anointing of the Holy Ghost. And so they used the Bible to teach us. And they used it the wrong way. What did you say? That was promised 40 acres and a mule if they fought in the war. We didn't get it because they gave it to the white landowner. We did fight in the war. And we won the Civil War, Priscilla. That's why you got the Emancipation Proclamation. We did fight in the war. And we won. Because the first Emancipation Proclamation was a preliminary one. And it was contingent on us winning the Civil War. And we did win. And that began the abolishment of slavery. And even though we know that everything took place from 1807, it didn't stop them from breeding us because slave ships could not bring no more slaves in. And the last slave ship was landed in Mobile, Alabama. And that's why they have a town called African Town. And it was the Cortella. But nevertheless, I don't argue nothing. I do my research. And I love to discuss with people. But that's how it goes. Thank y'all for the star. It did. I see it. Okay, y'all gave me somebody gave me some stars. Thank you. I appreciate that. You didn't have to do it, but you did. Miss Catherine Neal. And I can go on, and I can go into some deep stuff. Like, I don't have my book, but I was going to tell y'all a story. Now, some things, now, I don't know about how y'all grew up, but the way I grew up, they used to tell us scary stuff. And some things are like huntings, like different plantations that are hunted, why they are hunted, what took place on the plantation. And there are a lot of people right now. Do you know there are a lot of tiny houses? I saw a group of people that are going and built and finding tiny houses, slave quarters. And there are, sisters, did you send the picture to my private messenger or my sweet? I sent it to a cell phone, Jeanette. The one I wish you happy New Year on. But I had, God, I was finna tell y'all something. Hey, Jean people. Mother Jean. Thank you, LaJune. You didn't have to do it, but you did. I washed my hair, y'all. And I lined the front of my hair. Yeah, I sent you some pictures because, y'all my babies. I love y'all. I wanted y'all to see my stuff first. Oh, thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Shauna. So basically, they have tiny houses. They are actually buying old slave houses and turning them into tiny houses. Have y'all seen those? Look them up. Also, there are a lot of plantations that people are wanting to stay in them as Airbnb. They use them to marry. And there's one in Louisiana, not the Whitney house, but there's another plantation I'm going to tell y'all about in Louisiana. Hold on, let me get this Eric person off here. And we're going to block him as well. Y'all, these scammers are coming on. I wonder if they coming on because they saw me over there on TikTok. Yes, they actually are turning old slave houses into Airbnbs and people want to stay on them. They do. Just like they got tiny houses with you sleeping with tigers and lions. Have y'all seen those? And I'm like, wonder if the glass break. So basically on one side of the house, they got the glass and everything. And the lions and the tigers are seeing you. They scraping up on the wall, trying to get in there to eat you, right? The other side, you're protected. You can run out the front door because they're on the back side. But the question is, wonder if something happens. Wonder if there gets a crack in one of those windows. Wonder if somebody deliberately let them things in. Like, why do you want to sleep in the midst of lions and tigers? Now, I don't understand. I don't understand. But Jamel, it still should have transferred if you would have, if you have a Sims card, it would have moved. Yeah, look it up. I be watching it. They go in there and the lions and stuff, and they even have the tiger printed tiger, the white one, and they have it where it's snowing. They there, the lions are out there, and then the tigers, and all that. It ain't for me either. But yes, they are using a lot of plantations to get married in. They use it to get married in. They use the storyline, and some of them want to dress and do the Bridgerton themes and things like that. It's all on YouTube. But the thing about it, some of those plantation houses, y'all done heard that it's too much blood. And some of them got too much blood. And some of them have ghosts. I remember staying in the red. Y'all remember when I stayed in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and it was called the Reed's House, the Reed's Hotel? It's a story about a lady that died, and people see her ghost in there. And it's in room something. And it scared me. Which one is it, baby? It's on the third floor. I don't know what this lady done put up. Gabrielle. I'm gonna take it down. And if she put it up again, she needs to tell me what she putting up. I took it off. But if she put it up again, I'm gonna block her because I don't know what it is she's putting up. But it scared me, and it tells the story about this lady, and she died at the Reed house, and people see her ghost and she was on the third floor. That whole night I couldn't sleep because I don't play with spirits, because I do know spirits are real, because I know that when Samuel was dead in his grave, Saul went to the witch doctor to call him up out of his sleep. So, ooh-wee. Oh, you welcome, Melissa Orr. Okay, she putting it up again, so we're going to block this person because we don't know who this person is. Okay. Yes, they are. They buying slave houses and turning them into tiny houses, and people are going to stay there. Why? I don't know. Hello. Pray for me. It's going on 10 days. I'm in the host. What's the host, Geraldine? Yeah, it's too many things. You don't play with Hanks and stuff because they're real. Because you ain't wrestling against no flesh and blood anyway. You wrestling against spirits. You can't see them things. I don't care who you are. That's why I don't take everybody's stuff. I don't take everybody's stuff because I know the stories my mama told me. I remember when my aunt told me she used to hear her mama's sewing machine going off. I remember when my uncle said that he was looking out the window and he had my granddaddy toolbox, and he looked out the window and he saw him standing in his shed by that toolbox. I've heard people talk about different things. I remember when my grandmama passed away, I could smell her. 2 weeks later, I kept smelling those shower powders. It woke me up. It was so strong. She in the hospital? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been bad out here. And I can tell you some stuff my mama told me, even down to when people say they seen, my mama told us a story and how sometimes when the dead people, their mouths don't move, they don't never move their mouth. And my aunt was telling me a story one time. She was coming in late, and my aunt Sarah had not my daddy's sister, but she would be my great aunt, or my great. But she was standing in the way, in the road. And she was like, she didn't want her to pass. And she didn't let nobody that lived in her house get no peace. And for some reason, my mama said you couldn't cook an egg in that house. I don't understand why. I do know that these animal scenarios would definitely scare me. Yeah, I couldn't deal with that either, Miss Carol. But she wouldn't let nobody cook no egg in the house. She would run you off. And when my cousin moved in there, they said they would see this dark-skinned lady. And I knew who it was. And they were staying in that house. And I said, well, don't cook no egg in there. And she was like, why? And I told her. And I said, and I know the lady you seen. And she got scared. She was like, well, we finna move out of here. But the point of the matter was, it was just that sometimes I do think people's spirits can get trapped. You know, they don't, you know, you got to push them on. You got to, this furniture was actually, this is imported farmhouse furniture. He explained to me that he's actually getting this furniture in from China. So the tariffs on all this, he was like, I'm glad you got it when you did, because they finna go up. Baby, what you looking at now finna cost some money. You know, what I paid for all 3 pieces, people finna pay for 1 piece. Because he said he is coming in out of China. Make sure y'all sprinkle me. That means to share. I don't know. But I do know, my husband even told me a story about how when he had went one time and he had stayed at his daddy's, and it was he thought it was his daddy, and his daddy wasn't even in the house, but it was the man that had passed away that had lived in that house. And he said he got up and he went and he said, how you beat me home or something? And his daddy was at his mama's house. He was like, I've been here. He said, but it's a man in that house. And he described it. And his daddy knew who it was. But I don't play around with spirits. Yeah, outbreak of tuberculosis. You have to be careful. I'm scared about go out. I do too. I truly believe spirits are real. Yeah. They are real. They are real, Jeanette. But you know, I tell people all the time, how far they can go with you, I don't know. But I know we don't wrestle against no flesh and blood. Sometimes you don't have no peace in your home because you done let the wrong spirits up in there. Or you done took the wrong thing from somebody. Let me turn around and let y'all see it. That's why I come and show it to y'all, so it ain't no problem. Hey, Rolisha. It's not the deceased you have to worry about. It is the living. Baby, let me tell you something, baby. I don't know what it is. I just know we don't wrestle against the flesh and blood. I don't know who you have to worry about nowadays. I know the dead don't know what the living doing, but you try to tell people that they ain't trying to hear it. And I also know that you can conjure up spirits. I do know that. I was reading an article about it's some type of flower over there in Africa, and it can make you not have a pulse, and they bury people alive. You see it, Avis. And it really, look at that. Now I'm gonna flip the camera and let y'all see my kitchen. See? That's why it works so good together. I'm going to do a 360. See? 360 mean I'll keep going on it. Yeah. But let me ask y'all a question. We hear so many things, but I was looking at how we made our own medicines and how the ancestors prayed, how our ancestors prayed to their ancestors. And don't y'all find yourself sometimes talking to y'all grandmama and talking to y'all loved one that's gone, talking to your husband, talking to your father? Don't you find yourself? And then on top of that, people think you're crazy when you're talking to Jesus. Hey, Miss Patty Stilton, I ain't seen you in a minute. And I got to get out here and I got to call this girl to get her to come over here and help me. And I got to get my sunroom together. And I need a good dusting. See, I'm over this bad weather, but I know we're going to have more of it. Sweetie. I don't know, sweetie. Sweetie. But I do believe that I do believe principalities and spiritual wickedness. And I do believe that you can come up against some spirits. And that they can get up in you now. Well, that's the same thing. That's a ghost, Tiffany. To my Hanks. Is that what you're talking about? Tiffany Jones Smith. You been here. Well, I haven't been seeing you comment, sweetie. I love you, sweetie. Listen, Miss Patty, I don't want y'all to feel uncomfortable. I was upset, but I'm calming myself down. And I think I'm gonna be talking what I feel on YouTube, on TikTok. But I want y'all to know I love everybody. And I don't feel no different. You can be angry, but sin not. I'm gonna do my Black History moments, but I don't want y'all to shy away and not be able to comment and go hide in a bubble because I'm talking, on Black history and stuff. What did you say? Hey, Pam. Daily. That's why I love the white wood. Yes, it did, Jimmy. And I never I haven't even, I need to make me a centerpiece for my dining room table. Yes, like something sitting on your chest. Tiffany, my mama said she had something sitting on her chest. She couldn't breathe. She had to say Jesus to make it come off. Why you don't like Mary? Who is Mary? Thelma? I ain't got nothing against nobody. I love Black History. Yeah, but I'm talking about that other stuff. I'm talking about Trump. Because you just get frustrated. But I realize too, Mary, we do each other wrong. Sometimes we are our own worst enemy and we don't want to admit it. Because Black people voted for him too. So I just don't want you to feel uncomfortable, Pat. That's all I was saying. And like I say, unless something major come up, I ain't finna keep talking about that man. I'm just not going to keep talking about him. I'm not going to keep talking about it. Because at the end of the day, que sera, sera. Ain't that what they say? Whatever would be, would be. The future's not ours to see. I can tell you today I woke up, clothed in my right mind, the activity of my limbs. Today I ate. I had a hot dog plus a Winnie. I can tell you I'm content. I can tell you that I got a roof over my head. I got clothes on my back, shoes, money in the bank. And if I was just anybody, I'd say it's all good. But I know better. It's all God. Amen. That's what I say. That's what I tell you. Cause see, messy grace. You ain't gonna never make some people happy. Messy grace. Just like that lady just came over here asking me a question. I couldn't even figure out who she was talking about. I thought she was talking about Mary Magdalene out the Bible. I'm like, I don't have nothing against Mary Magdalene. My mind is not on that. My mind is on we got to stick together as a country. We got to get our country back on one accord. I don't have time for no foolishness. See, that's why I try to tell you, don't feel uncomfortable. It's people like that you don't even want over here. The same thing happened to my husband the very day he was saying, yeah, my mama said that it's going too fast, y'all. I'm sorry. My mama said that she had to say Jesus for that thing to be lifted up off her. Y'all hit the heart. Somebody screen record me. Be careful because they said tuberculosis is going around. Oh, Paul, thank you for the stars. But we got to have hard discussions in life, and we got to be mindful, and we got to be respectful, because some people, they ain't got nothing else to do. They don't have nothing else to do. I'm trying to trust in God, but I'm scared of 45, 47. Here's crazy. If you more scared of 45, 47 than trusting in God, you're going to have to reevaluate yourself, Rita Mills. I ain't scared. I ain't more scared of nobody than over God. I'm more afraid of God than anything and anybody. That's just the bottom line. And you got to realize, man can't do what God don't allow. And I'm not. I think about how he got me up out my bed of affliction. I think about how he does so many great things. I think about how I have been through sickness. And some people will pick and market you, and then they go through it and they may not make it out of it. they can get this cold and they got something in their body and they can't fight this cold. They can get this upper respiratory and can't fight it. They can get this flu. They could have such bad asthma, or have other things, conditions going on in their body. You know what I'm saying? But God saw me through. The same way they denied me of giving me that device to put in my body. But guess what? I'm still here. And guess what? I got up. And guess what? I got myself a bath. I got myself dressed. And guess what? I didn't have to worry about fixing no dinner because my husband went in there and he fixed something simple. And guess what? Yes, I can cook. I've never lost my ability. We can go in there right now and bake a cake because I always keep some butter out and I always keep a few eggs out. And yes, we can. But here's the situation. I got wisdom. I can't cook every day. The world has opened up. We're not in 2020, 2021, or 2022. It's completely opened up. People are ordering. They're ordering DoorDashes and stuff. I can't. If I sit here and cooking to entertain you and to do what with it? Have money to send it to everybody, because I'm not going to eat all that food. And then you get cross messages. One minute you say lose weight. The next minute you want me to eat all this food. I don't have no desire. I told y'all that I'm trying to come off of steroids. And I always can tell when I'm losing a little weight. Them little bones will start showing up here. My little sexy neckline. I didn't even know people still got hickeys in 2025. But what I had and what I went through, I don't care. See, there's something about me. I can be content. I can steady myself. I don't have to go on no cruise to be happy. I don't have to fly to Hawaii to be happy. I don't have to go nowhere. I don't have to go to the mountains. You got to learn how to be content in the state. And then you got to be a good steward over your money. I don't want to sit around here and drop tons and tons of money and then be like, well, now, Lord, I ain't got no money. Now, Lord, what am I going to do? Now, Lord, I done overspent. No. See, and I saved my money. I will put back. I knew I was going to eventually buy me a piece of farmhouse. I kept telling y'all I know what I wanted to go right there. So when the time finally came for me to do it, that's what I did. It'll gonna take that medicine and get you some in you. Plus, whatever's going on with me, I'm having horrific hot flashes. Like they bad. Like I'm burning up right now. But I know I'm getting older. And I know whatever's taking place and whatever's going on, like right now, this crackling, this is just a picture. But it's about to make me burn up. I think right now, I'm having a hot flash because that fireplace up there. My husband wants to put that fireplace up there. Let me zoom in on it. Let me put this up. My husband wants to put that up there. Look at that. I'd already had that. See, I don't want to get up and show my bunkum and stuff, but, stuff like that. And I don't care. A black man passed here in New Orleans. They have a bash outside in memory of him that brought me a plate of food. It was delicious. Oh, okay. Adore God. Amen. I'm so sorry to hear that. I just think fellowshipping is good. We need to bring it back to the church. And we need to bring back a lot of things. And we need to quit letting funerals be our family reunion. Right? That's what I think. But, what do y'all think about me taking this piece of, taking some pieces? Y'all want to see some of my black art that I'm going to transfer over there? I'm gonna do that black and white over there. It's gonna look good. And I might put a hint of different colors in at time, like a hint of red, a hint of this. Mother Laura Jones, I'm gonna send you something when I get better. I'm gonna put you together something real nice. Mother Laura Jones blessed me so good for Christmas, y'all, and I will not disclose, but she did. And I want y'all to just come. I want to just be able to have something. And I want y'all to just come. Just come. Sit down and eat and laugh and just come. Let's have us a good old quiet day and do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just want people to come visit. But if you can't, I understand, because it's just as easy as for me to come to y'all as it is for y'all to come to me. But I'm so glad I have had my meet and greets. I'm so glad that I have had, which was family reunions. I've done all that. I've had my white party. I've done all of that because I knew what was going to take place. And now y'all understand when y'all kept saying, Mama Tracey, Why you gonna stop having the reunions? I told y'all I saw something. I told y'all. I told y'all that we were gonna have to come live together. I told y'all all this stuff. So I knew I wasn't gonna have it no more. I knew God gave me 2 good years to meet people and have a good time. And last year it just stirred everybody up because nobody, honey, I had that surprise wedding. So I done got my stuff out the way. Now, other people, if you got the money and you can afford to go to their meet and greets, go. Support who you love. But as for me in my house, honey, I'm being very mindful. 2 fellows in a fellowship. That's cute. It's Sunday. And Sunday is a rest day for me. I like to steady myself, get still. I do research on Sundays. I like to talk to the Lord. I like to watch me a good movie. I like to get in my bed and get nestled up. And that's what I like to do. You know, if my husband make me a nice cup of coffee, my husband make the best coffee. And I'm going to do some stuff. Absolutely. I would love to see some of your beautiful figurines. You know, Jeanette, I want to meet you one day. Because I really want to get with you and just get in the kitchen with you with canning and stuff. I'm gonna do Black History. That's gonna be a given fact. But as far as talking about 45, 47, when something very important comes across the board, we'll discuss it. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm not gonna talk about it every day. All right, I said Black History 365. I didn't say 45, 47. You know what I'm saying? I know, Stacey. I hope I get to meet you. I hope I get to see you this summer. But y'all know what y'all finances can do. Y'all know if y'all can drop me stars, drop them. If y'all can get a supporter badge, get one. But if you can't, just love me. God told me when he woke me up, he said, but I'm going to supply all your needs. And he's done it. He gave me that in 2019 and he's done it since then. And I just want us to grab hope to something to be willing to learn and do your own research. Hey, Tanja Lee, Janice Gillis. And y'all don't know people's stories. See, because I wanted to do an in-person Bible study. I really wanted to do a big Bible study day. I wanted y'all to come. I rented a place. We had food. And I taught y'all live Bible study. And I wanted to do a choir day where we didn't have nothing but music and just chill. Like, I'm a person that thinks chilling is different to me. See, chilling to me is bring out all the board games. Some of us may be playing Scrabble. Some of us may be playing Uno. Some of us may be playing 21. Some of us may be playing, I don't know, all the card games. I'm not talking about putting no money up and gambling. I'm saying having fun, eating watermelon, eating ice cream, laughing, gathering with people's spirit that you vibe with. That's what I'm talking about. What did you say? Yes, I've been following for a while. Sometimes I'm able to watch your lives and sometimes not. It's a struggle out here. I should have had a badge. It's coming through. Well, you take care of you first, Lorraine. The doctor said I had COPD. You take care of yourself too. Times is changing. You know, there are people that was on here that y'all know, Jimette know, we all know they going to be with the Lord. You can't do nothing about it. They had to quit watching me because they going to be with the Lord. Lady J, some of my favorite jewelry come from her daughter. Yes, Skip B.O. But her daughter gone. I kept wanting her daughter to get with me to make me some more stuff. Finally, lady had to tell me, she said, she gone, Tracey. She gone to be with the Lord. I want Trina Mack here. She gone. Ron Ross, he gone. I won't get no more phone calls. You see what I'm saying? I just wanna sit outside and pat flies. You know, every now and then you're gonna tell a little lie. I want to be able to make us some homemade ice cream. I want to be able to teach a great lesson. Some of y'all ain't into the Bible, but it is amazing if you can just read it in a different way and understand it a little clearer. Like, wonder if we did something. Like, you just see what somebody told me Tyler Perry finna have a new movie called R&B. And that's Ruth and Boaz. But brought into the modern day. You know, powerhouse couple. You get what I'm saying? You know, I want to be Glorilla. I ain't never gonna put them. And they in the kitchen. Cook. I want to be Gorilla. I done got on there and talking about, I'm about the TRA. What you know about me? And now we working it up. We in the kitchen. Oh, cook. See, in my mind, I want to go back and be young because I used to like to dance. And Glorilla said, we in the kitchen. I know what she mean, though. I done seen it being cooked in the kitchen, but you know that. But I know what she was talking about. You cook it up, and they used to cook it up in the kitchen. Honey, you think something cooking in that house? All the pots is white, but it wasn't cooking what you thought. Oh, Eleanor, I'm sorry. My deepest heartfelt condolences. She said she's just getting home from her cousin's home. Going, let me tell you something. We still having F's, all right, but instead of family reunions, we having funerals. The funeral home too busy. I'm a child of the Most High God, and I am too. I am too. That'll cook. Ooh. That Mama Tracey. It's time for me to pull it out. I'm in a mission. Amen, because tomorrow isn't promised. That's right. Y'all, I done got on TikTok and I learned so much. Let me see what I see today. Ooh, come on in the room. Mama Tracy, my husband is a minister. I just told him I learned so much from you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to start back tomorrow, Bible study. I'm going to start back at 4:30. I see people doing that. Giving folks money to turn cards over. Let's see. Who I see, I'm going to tell you something. Lord, what do we got? Lord, look at here. We got a 2X. Oh, my. Was that just the only one? How many came out? You know what? I've been having different things that happen. My husband died in June. We all gonna have somebody we know that's gonna pass away and has passed away. We changing. Every day we wake up, we getting older. We can't do the things we used to do. And we gotta keep living. Oh, Lord, Stephanie. 2 people is after you right now. Let me go on and do Stacey. Yeah, you have to send the stars. I can't read it without no star. Okay. Stacey Evans. 2 people. Your husband Pastor. Ooh. And they all yellow. That mean they're a yellow-bellied snake hitting on nothing. Got lead us in the one alone that's got them 9 children, 6 children, plus 5. Oh, he knocked you up a sucker. Oh, my. Let me read what it said. It said it was tired of it. Hold on. It's on a mission. He around again. Another 2. 2-timer. He's a 2-timer every second dog. In other words, it's saying don't go back to him because he's going to repeat the same thing over and over. He is a repeater, a repeat offender. The line is the same way. No matter what color, you are drawn toward the same spirit of a man, and you're going to have to leave that alone because it always comes back to you. It's a pattern. Now, see, people would take a machine and let this be, oh my God, you were so right. I went back him 2 times, and he cheated on me. He a 2-timer. That's what that means, 2 times. And then you right, he got all these kids, and he gonna have... And I be watching them, baby. And then they get a stick and they'll swing the stick. The stick go this way. What was the question? Will I get a new house? Most definitely it's leaning more toward yes, but there's a slight maybe. And I'm thinking that maybe might be that you're headed in the right direction, but you're not quite ready for the house. Because it didn't go all the way over to yes. That's all I'm going to do on that read. Cook. I'm in the kitchen. Let her cook. Let her cook. Cause I feel like so many times if you waiting for an answer so bad, you let somebody pick a card and tell you your truth. The Bible says, whatsoever man believeth, so is he. I don't believe a deck of cards hold my future. I just don't. I believe your gift, you can see things, and your gift comes without repentance. I believe your gift make room for you. But Krista Katie Wooten, I need you to do something for me. I didn't know it was February, and perhaps you can get me a couple of them done. I'm going to call you when I get off of here. I love y'all. I have enjoyed y'all. Crystal, look what I bought yesterday, Crystal. Tell me what you think about Krista Katie Wood. I know you've been sick, baby girl. How you feeling? You feeling a little better? How did Evan do in the spelling bee? So, y'all got y'all Black History moment, and I got so much more to tell y'all. But I'm just going to start a little easy. Then I'm going to tell y'all a story about a haunted plantation. And then I'm going to show y'all some of my stuff I'm going to pull out of this thing over here. Hold on, let me move this out of here. And I'm going to move away so I ain't going to be able to read her comment. Are you feeling better? If so, thank the Lord. I am, Laura. I'm coming along, Laura. My husband's family is a Ellison. But they Ellisons out of Eddie. Douglasville, Georgia. Hey, Mama Shirley Jacob. Eddie, somebody at the door. Who is it? Hello? Hold on. Eddie, you have to open it. I don't have... Hold on, Sister Joan. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to have to go. Somebody done come to my house to check on me. I'll show it to y'all. I'll take a picture of it. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later.